This week we're going to highlight corn planting progress and short-term weather trends here in the U.S. We're going to turn our attention to Brazil then and look at crop progress and weather trends. Come back and take a look at export trends here in the U.S. and wrap things up to the long-term review of December corn futures. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the corn market. We've moved in the middle of April here, and this market remains exceptionally volatile. We're going to start out this week focusing on the U.S. We're going to take a look at the short-term moisture trends here as planting gets underway. Now, what we're looking at here is U.S. past precipitation over the last 14 days. It's kind of a proxy for topsoil moisture, if you will. Notice across the heart of the Corn Belt, quite a bit of green there, quite a bit of moisture across many key growing areas. Further out west, mostly dry. So kind of a mixed bag there. Let's take a look at our map here. Shows our weekly planting progress nationwide at 5%, last year at 4%, and 4% on the average. We'll be posting this for you every week. Let's shift gears now and look at the planting progress over the last 5 years. Notice we're off to a brisk start here again compared to the last 5 years. Now if we highlight here, looking at the next 2 weeks, on average approximately 15% of the U.S. corn is planted between April 12th and the 26th, weather permitting. Speaking of weather, let's take a look at the short-term trends. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. Starting out here looking at generalized rainfall through Saturday of this week. Notice across that pink area possibly some very heavy rain, 1.25 inches to 2.5 inches possible. Across the green area, 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches. So it could be stop and go, it could be slow going this week across most areas. Let's move ahead now and look at next week, April 22nd to the 28th. Again, a large green area there. Heaviest rainfall maybe towards the end of next week around next Friday. Let's take a look at a different map here. We're looking at the map of the corn production in background. Between those blue lines, if you will here, we're looking at moderate to heavy rain over the next 14 days. Not so much as if we move out west, but again, a large amount of production within those blue lines. Let's take a look at now at precip totals over the next 2 weeks. Again, we're looking at percent of normal here. Notice that heavy green area across Illinois, Michigan, most of Indiana, the eastern half of Iowa, quite a bit there. So again, it could be a challenge to get much corn planting progress in that region. Let's shift gears now and take a look at Brazil. Let's take a look where that corn is produced in Brazil. Remember, this is double crop corn here, planted after the bean harvest. We've highlighted Mato Grosso there in the north because Mato Grosso is the #1 producing state, and that's where corn is pollinating now. Let's take a look at progress here now. Again, on average, about over the last 5 years, about 50% of second crop corn is silking by April 20th. Notice we're about 36%, so we're right in line with that average, keeping a close eye on weather. Why is weather so important? Remember that here we're in April. Notice that rainfall totals are dropping off from what they were in March and will drop off even further in May. Let's take a look at the next 14 days. Notice that across that northern area, mostly green. In fact, 86% of Safrinha corn is forecast to receive near normal, above normal precip the next 14 days. Let's shift gears now and focus on export trends here in the U.S. Corn exports remain historically strong. They're 34% higher than last year. However, we continue to remind you that record export pace is being offset by the record crop from last fall. In fact, we're forecasting carry out to increase 48% in 25-26. Let's wrap things up this week looking at trends in December corn. We moved into mid-April here. December corn is trading near $4.70 a bushel. Notice from now all the way into harvest, the potential is certainly there for increased price volatility. That's why it's critical that you continue to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to manage price movement and avoid price prediction. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 309-664-2300. We'll put you in contact with our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an update. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.